Anandamayi Chaitanyamayi Satyamayi Parame Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Arabindaya Namaha. Welcome to all of you. I am pleased to share the Vedic knowledge connected to the healing of the human diseases or the problems or the obstacles, whatever you may call. Just now the great scholar and practitioner Dr. Lakshmi Srinivasanji spoke about the mudras. So I am personally benefited by his explanations and his experiments. Now we will straight away go to the Vedas, as he also brought forward certain things about the disease. Veda or the rishis firmly believe and advocate that the absence of disease is not health. Health is the complete swasthya. It is called in Ayurveda as swasthya. Swasthya or the complete or integral health means healthy body, healthy prana, and the healthy mind. It won't stop here. There should be healthy mind, there should be healthy body, there should be healthy prana, and there should be a complete harmony between these three. The lack of the harmony between these three will cause one or the other diseases in the human being. Where exactly the mantras play the role? The role of the mantras in the case of healing the mantras is bringing harmony between Annamaya, Pranamaya and the Manomaya koshas. With this regard, there are so many mantras in all the four Vedas. There are mantras in Rig Veda, there are mantras in Yajurveda, there are mantras in Atharva Veda. Of course, Sama Veda is almost all the mantras are from Rig Veda, but the way of chanting is different. That is why they are called as the Saman. And this Saman chanting has got its own beauty and the healing effect in the human being. Especially, there are more mantras in the Atharva Veda connected to healing of the human diseases. Just now in the discussion, Srimati Rashmi, in the last question, she told that this harmony is always very strange. The first and foremost thing is that before curing any disease, one should know what is his problem, what is his or her problem. One should know it. Unless we know what exactly is the problem, or I mean health problem, we will not be able to address it with the right tool or the right mantra. There are several ways. There is pranic healing, there is mudra healing, and there is medicinal healing, there is meditation healing, there is chakra healing. All these things are there. And where exactly the mantras plays the role? All of them are at par, equal. All of them work, but it is all the individual choice. If I want to choose the mantra, I can choose the mantra. If you want to choose the mudra healing, I can choose the mudras. Like this, all of these are helpful for relieving some sort of pain in the body or prana or the mind. The Yajurveda or the Yajurveda Taittiriya Samhita 6.4.9, that is 6th Kanda, 4th Prapataka and 9th Anumaka, addresses these or articulates this process of healing of the human diseases. Some of them which I have grasped are the power of will to remain healthy after the treatment. First of all, there should be a strong will that I should become healthy. As Sri Lakshmi Srinivas just now told, that when you enter into some places where there are negative energies, you should fold your fingers so that they should not attract the bad energies. In the same manner, if you have weakness in the will, you always invoke some sort of the bad forces, and that causes a sort of disharmony in the three koshas and brings some sort of health problems. So, to enhance this willpower, the Vedic rishis have given the mantras which are mainly addressed to the god Agni, Agni Deva. So, Agni Deva is the lord of willpower in the human being. No doubt, every human being has got his own will. Considering that, the level of willpower varies amongst the people. Certain people have got less willpower, some people have medium, some people have strong willpower. No modern science tells that how to improve the willpower. It defines willpower. But first and foremost, Vedas have taught us how to enhance the willpower in the human being by chanting the Agni mantras. The Rig Veda starts from Agni mantra, and the majority of the mantras in the Rig Veda, that is more than 2000, nearly 2000 mantras, are on Agni Deva, and the Rig Veda is concluded with the Agni mantra. So we have the mantra Agni Mile Purohitam. So what is this? I invoke the Agni. That means I invoke the willpower to start anything or to ward off anything, or if you want to disconnect with something, both needs the willpower. So the first thing that we have to remember in the context of the Vedas, to come out of the diseases or to cure the diseases, that we should have a strong willpower to keep ourselves away from the diseases. The next point is the ability to open the subtle doors within us for the entry of the cosmic powers into the body to do healing. We should have a strong belief. There is no shortcuts. That is called in the Veda or in the Hindu scriptures as Shraddha. Shraddha paramo dharmaha. If we have the Shraddha, then we are at the doorsteps of the divinity, and we become ourselves more eligible to invite or invoke the divine energies. So first thing is that we should have the Shraddha. Shraddha is, you just cannot translate it to English as faith. Shraddha is the strongest belief, unquestionable belief, without any doubts. So in this world, if you go on doubting on anything, you end up with doubting. Never ever you will find a satisfactory answer to anything. But if we approach the world, if we approach the divinity with the faith, one by one, we go on getting the answers. So in the healing process, always we should have the Shraddha, that is intense belief that cosmic energies will work. If I invoke them, they will come and enter into me, and they will cure or they will give the expected results. That is more important. The first is willpower. We should have the strong will to ward off the unwanted energies and invoke the right cosmic powers. And the second one is Shraddha. That is the strongest belief that the Veda mantras or the Veda gods will work. If I invoke Indra, if I invoke Saraswati, if I invoke Surya, if I invoke Ganapati, if I invoke Subramanya, if I invoke the Niruti, all these gods or goddesses will come according to my prayer, and according to my capacity, according to my ability, according to my strength of invocation, they will work in my body, prana, and mind. So this is the second essential thing as far as healing is concerned with the Veda mantras. And the next is the power of recitation. Lot of people, when they approach us, they always work, whether the mantra works. Nobody questions whether I am eligible to get it. You see the world, the whole world is like that. If you are eligible, you get it. If you are not eligible, how can you expect it? So for chanting mantra also, there is an eligibility, and we should be very, very clear about getting that eligibility. How to gain this eligibility? There is a very clear answer in the Veda. The Veda says that you will be eligible to invoke the divine or the cosmic energies or the healing powers by tapas. Tapas, what is tapas? Tapa or tapaha makes the tapas. Tapaha means baking, burning. The human body is like a raw pot, clay pot. All of us know a pot is made of clay, and to make it firm, what we do? We burn it. We burn it. Once it is burnt, it can withhold any solid or the liquid things. You can even bake your food in that pot, earthen pot, you can bake it. Or you can boil water, oil, anything. It becomes eligible to withhold certain things. That is what in the Veda says as atapta tanuhu. Means the human body is like atapta, unburnt earthen pot. We should burn it by the means of the Vedic way, so that if this cosmic energy, when you invoke these cosmic energies, we should know that whether I am eligible to withhold that power inside me. So we should make this tanu as the taptatanu. From ataptatanu, we should make it as taptatanu, so that the energy is invoked. If they enter into us, this spot or this body should be eligible to withhold it. So once they enter, if they find that this is the boiled pot, so that we can be here. Otherwise, they will come. Once they are confirmed that this body cannot withhold me, then they will return. So if you want to invoke, you should do the tapas. Through tapas, we will be eligible. So always we should strive to be eligible to invoke the gods. There is no doubt the mantras have endured through centuries. Thousands of years they are with us, means they have got the potentiality to do the expected results. But first think about yourself. Don't ask the question. Don't question the mantras, but question your eligibility to make them to work in you. That is the expectation of the rishis. Vedic rishis expect only one thing from us, that is Shraddha. So if I put one step forward, the gods will come 10 steps towards us, because the gods are more eager to do their work on this earth. So that is first step we have to tread. First step we have to tread to make the mantras to work. Then comes the positive thoughts. You, Rashmi referred one word, psychosomatic. There is no doubt 99.9% of our diseases are psychosomatic, means the origin of any disease is in the mind, not in the body. The origin of any disease, according to Vedic rishis, is in the mind, and that transfers to the body, and the illness is expressed in the body, but the root or the origin of all the diseases is in the mind. So what is the cure the rishis suggest is positive thought. Always think positively. You must have heard the mantra, Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha Thirairangai Toshtavagum Sastanubhihi Vyashema Deva Hitanyadayuhu. This is the mantra. Normally we call it as the Ganapati, which is addressed to the Ganapati, but this is a Shanti mantra. All the Shanti mantras are the healing mantras. I want to make this statement again. Shanti mantra means it is a healing mantra. This particular Shanti mantra, what does it say? Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaha. Let me hear only the auspicious things. Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha. That means let me see only the auspicious things. Sir, is it possible anywhere in the life only hearing the auspicious things or only seeing the auspicious things? By this mantra, what I understand is that rishis are expecting us, the practitioners of the mantra or the followers of the Veda, the rishis expect that whatever you hear, you make it positive. Whatever you see, you make it positive. This is the expectation of the rishis. From morning to night, you will not be able to share everything auspicious. From day in and day out, you will not be able to see the auspicious things. But positive attitude makes us to convert the negative things into the positive things. Take human relationship, human communication, or the diseases. All these things false just because of the misunderstanding. And the misunderstanding is always the result of the negative thoughts. When two people are standing nearby us and they are just sharing a joke and laughing, casually they look to us and also we look to them. What normally we think? They are laughing at me. Is it true? Don't know. They may be laughing at me or they may not be. They may be just sharing joke. But a person with a positive attitude or a person with a positive thinking always turns, okay, they must be sharing some joke. So always or most of the time, we keep on complaining on the system, complaining on the leaders, complaining on the family, complaining on the friends, complaining on the boss, complaining on the subordinates. So these are all these complaints are the results of negative thinking. So Veda expects, if you want to be away from any sorts of diseases, if you want to live healthily and lead a complete healthy life, you should have the positive attitude or positive thinking. There are respective so many mantras in Shanti mantras. There are several mantras. We can refer. Sakshi has published a book on Shanti. There are about 100 major Shanti mantras, and they are all published there. So what Veda tells? Veda never preaches us individual growth. Veda always stresses on growth together. Growth together. You might have heard the mantra. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahavirang Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu means let us live together and grow together. This should be approached as per the expectations of the Veda. If I always think that only I should grow and others should not come near to me, so you are the sufferers. Others are not sufferers because they are not thinking like this. They carry the positive attitude. If you carry the negative attitude that I only should grow and I least bothered about the others, then you will suffer us.